What's going on, everyone? I'm Sridhar, and thank you for joining me here at RosterWatch on episode 337 of the RosterWatch Fantasy Football Podcast. Alex Dunlap and the Trashman broke down the fantasy football impact of some of the biggest NFL free agent signings this offseason. Starting at the running back position with the departure of Jamal Williams in Green Bay, Alex loves Aaron Jones for this season. He doesn't think A.J. Dillon is going to be a threat to Aaron Jones in the pass-catching departments, just like Jamal Williams was. So this is a big boost for Aaron Jones this year. In Las Vegas, on the other hand, they brought in Kenyon Drake, and this is a downgrade to both Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake in version 2.0 of the best ball cheat sheet. Trashman, however, thinks both these running backs could possibly thrive in this offense if Derek Carr becomes more of a check-down quarterback after losing his number one wide receiver in Nelson Agholor. However, Alex doesn't see this as an improvement for either running back, as he sees them both competing for both targets and carries in this offense. At the wide receiver position, the Steelers brought back Juju Smith-Schuster, and Alex thinks this offense is going to remain the same. It is a receiving offense, and the only difference, you're not going to get second-year wide receiver Chase Claypool at a discount this year. You will have to pay the premium. The New York Giants needed an alpha wide receiver, and they brought in Kenny Golladay from the Detroit Lions. Alex loves this move for Golladay in fantasy and for the Giants this year. He thinks they'll finally have to change up their offense and have Daniel Jones throw the ball down the field more, and Trashman sees this as a downgrade for Darius Slayton since he will be competing for downfield targets with Kenny Golladay. Don't worry, Jacksonville Jaguar fans. Marvin Jones coming to town does not mean this is a downgrade to Laviska Shenault. Trashman actually thinks this is a big hit to DJ Chark, and he may no longer be the number one wide receiver there in Jacksonville. The biggest fantasy football impact signing from this offseason was in New England, where Alex thinks both Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry values took a huge drop with this move to New England. Trashman brought up the point that the Patriots have run two tight end sets very successfully in the past with guys like Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski, but Alex was quick to remind him this was with peak Tom Brady and not a declining Cam Newton. The NFL draft is just a couple of weeks away, and Alex and Trashman broke down a couple of these young wide receiver prospects for you guys. Amon-Ra St. Brown from USC. He's not as fast as you would think, but he is quick out of his breaks, and Trashman says he's very good in the red zone to see if he's going to make an impact in the NFL this year. Alex lumps him into the same tier as guys like Rondale Moore and Rashad Bateman, who Trashman actually comes to guys like Allen Robinson and Robert Woods in the NFL. Thank you guys for listening. I'm Sridhar, and this has been Roster Watch.